against environmental destruction. Jobs, justice, climate, that's what we want to see at the heart of a new order that will put people first. But I want to say to you, thank you. Thank you for who you are standing up for. You're standing up for the 50 million workers that will lose their jobs and join the ranks of the unemployed. You're standing up for the 200 million people who will be forced into poverty to join the ranks of the 1.4 billion people desperately trying to live on less than $2 a day. And you're standing up for our kids and our grandkids who deserve a safe and secure planet. So thank you very much. We've got a simple message for the G20 leaders. It cannot be business as usual. We want to see action. We want to see a recovery plan that includes the world's poorest nations. A plan that's focused on jobs, greener jobs, climate action, that investment in the New Deal. And we want to see the world understand that we expect our leaders to stand up for jobs, against poverty, and to give direction that at Copenhagen later this year, we want that global deal that'll put our economies on a transition to a low carbon future. We want to see action. We've got two more messages. The first is to those architects of the fraudulent corporate deal that has sold us a myth that you can leverage profits off debt, that has actually continued with people already seeing that the party is over, but wanting to get their last bits and pieces out of the deal. Those bankers who are taking those big bonuses, the CEOs taking their salaries, sacking workers, we know that they still need to get the message, and the message is the party is over. It's over. We want a better world, a world where people do come first. Jobs, justice, climate. You're here standing up for a world that we need to see put in place for ourselves, for our children and our grandchildren. So it's over. A new world where people come first. Solidarity.
The G20 is presenting itself as the saviors of the people and the planet. They say they are going to save us from this global crisis. But if we look at their proposed solutions, we can see that they are only interested in saving the corporations. They recognize that the cause of this financial crisis was that the banks and financial institutions were given too much freedom, and in fact are now talking about regulating banks in the rich countries. However, for the rest of the world, they are insisting on more liberalization, on more deregulation, and on more of exactly the same kind of free trade rules which got us into this mess in the first place. They still haven't junked the free trade dogma that has caused so much misery for people all over the world for the past 30 years. So they are proposing a global free trade deal and reviving failed institutions like the International Monetary Fund and the World Trade Organization. They warned of protectionism, and so they are proposing to conclude a free trade deal. However, this World Trade Organization deal has always been about protectionism for the northern corporations and free trade for the rest of us. The G20 is an illegitimate body and does not have representation from the poorest countries nor participation of the people. The world is in crisis, and we need real solutions that bail out the people and not the banks and corporations. We want an end to inequality and unfair trade rules. This is our moment to transform the system. And so let's say G20, get out of the way. Global